walk away from my prepared notes. I have them, but rarely do I ever stick to them in environments that are so warm and friendly. So when we look at the collaboration that has assembled here, candidly speaking from my heart, 5 or 6 years ago when I had the privilege to come here and offer remarks during the grand opening ceremony, I did not know what to expect. As a Christian and a Catholic, I did not know much about the religion, quite frankly. And that in and itself is incredibly scary because I had already been through undergrad school and grad school, but I had not been indoctrinated into the customs because as a society, we typically shy away from what we don't know or don't understand. And what has happened over the past 6 years has just been an absolute blessing for me and our community. We look at the Interfaith Iftar. I couldn't tell you what that was 10 years ago. Talking about the holy month of Ramadan and speaking and having intimate conversations with imams over the time, I found as a society, as a community, we have so much in common that we come together in God's word, in God's faith, and try to lift people up and help our community. This community has stood with us time and time and time again during moments of crisis that our community has faced, during natural disasters and hurricanes. As we come together and address horrific situations that have occurred in pockets across this country and world, quite frankly, we collectively recognize that hate is alive and well and present, unfortunately, in this world. And I spend a little bit of time talking about that because the word hate seems like a very emotionally charged and strong word. But truly, we see demonstrations of hate quite frequently. But the only thing that comes close to having the emotional bond and connection to the word hate is love. Love inspires the same movement, the same motivation, the same desire. And the only thing that comes close to combating the hate that we see in this world is love. And when I look around, I see elected officials, community leaders, both representing county government and city government. I see people who are representing our school board, our superintendent and school board members, both past and present. I see individuals that are running nonprofit organizations and 501c3s and truly coming together with one common purpose to lift people up and help our fellow brothers and sisters out at a time that I would argue more important and in demand now than any time in recent history. Every time we have an effort and a fundraising event, we can always count on members of this community to come to our aid time and time again. Whether it's raising money and awareness for abused, neglected, and abandoned children that sometimes go without in our community, and I get a call from Manaz and says, hey, we have a bunch of donations and a bunch of prizes and all of these things that we want to present to you. You are there for us every time we turn around, and I thank God every single day that this community has had such a warm embrace and changed my heart, and I'm trying to use my voice in advocacy because I understand this is incredibly rare even in this country. And I'd like to think that Seminole County is serving as an ambassador of what could be around the world. And again, I always take a moment when we're talking about our interfaith because, quite frankly, the Sheriff's Office had this multi-faith effort with our pastors and our chaplains that before Nancy Acevedo was in charge of this, it was basically variations of the Christian faith, not truly a multicultural perspective that helps us advance along. But this beautiful facility, this welcoming approach with warmth and love has made me feel so comfortable and made this community benefit from the blessings that you share on us every single day. As a side note, and you know, some people may be recording me, that's fine, but when I woke up this morning, I said, I'm going to do two things. I knew that I was going to come here, so I was going to fast today, right? And I was going to do that because I knew it was special and it was significant, and I was going to be a part of that. And then when I opened up my drawer, I picked out the nicest pair of socks that I had because I knew what to expect as soon as I walked in. Now, and when I walked through the door, there was no explanation. Like the first time, there was like an instruction list for us saying, here's what we do, here are our customs, here's what you can expect. But coming in today, there was none of that. And there was conversation, there was collaboration. We walked over, I took my shoes off. I knew exactly what to expect from the moment that I woke up this morning. Now, as I wrap up here, it's hard to put in words and to express gratitude, right? As a society, we come up with words. We say, thank you, we appreciate you, we love you. But truly, I hope that you feel from the bottom of my heart, not only the members of the Seminole County Sheriff's Office, but the larger policing community throughout Seminole County, but more than that, because, you know, everybody can't speak here, and I like to think that I've got the microphone, so all of these elected officials, these mayors, these city commissioners, these school board members, these judges, I mean, we all appreciate and love what's going on here, and we're incredibly excited about the growth and continued success that we will have collectively in the future. And Manaz, you have to be one of the hardest working people that I've ever met in my lifetime, and you should be incredibly grateful for what you do. It is nothing short of phenomenal. So to be able to tell you that and how much we appreciate you is what we can say. And then welcome it. Your message is so appropriate for us, and I learn a lot just listening. So thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and knowledge and traveling across the sea to come over here and be with us for this very, very important and special day. Thank you, and God bless you.